Nuno Espirito Santo, the former Wolves manager, is now looking likely to be the Crystal Palace manager. For a while, it looks like Frank Lampard was going to be the man, but it looks like it indeed is going to be Nuno Espirito Santo. I think this is a great signing for Crystal Palace. I think it's a great man to bring in behind Roy Hodgson, someone who can help consistently play their defensive style they've built their team on for the last few years. He's played a very good defensive system and defensively sound system in Wolves, but might be able to bring a different spin, a different touch, and help get a little bit more out of their attack and some of the good players in that attack, such as Eze and Zaha. I'm going to be talking about why as we get into this video. But if you guys like football content like this, consider subscribing. I post consistent, up-to-the-minute football content covering all the latest news and transfers throughout the summer. And I will also be giving my thoughts, predictions, and reactions during, before, and after the Euros tournament, and giving all of my thoughts on that. And if that's something you're interested in, then this is a great place to be. So let's get right into it. So, of course, Nuno Espirito Santo has been reported by Sky Sports News as being the likely manager to fill in the job for Crystal Palace. And I think this is a great signing for them because I think Crystal Palace need to start fresh and start building up a strong base now, especially after all the changes that have gone the summer of which Roy Hodgson has left. And just to mention some of the names that they've been released, sorry if I missed some or say an accidental one, but I believe Gary Cahill is now gone, Joe Ward, Daniel Klein, Scott Dan, Amadou Sakho, Andres Townsend have all been released, and I believe James McArthur, so they've hit a big hit in the back line, as well as a hit in the midfield. But they've kept Eze, they've kept Milivojevic and Reinhold, they still have Kudate, they still have Zaha, and they still have Guaita. Those core crucial players are still there to build around, and so Nuno Espirito Santo will be looking to build around and coach around that core with whatever he can add this summer. And so that's why I say it's really important that they brought in someone who's a good defensive-minded coach, who can coach a good defensive system, because he's going to have to coach together a good defensive system next year because it's going to consist of Kouyaté, Tyreek Mitchell, and whoever else they bring in, because they don't really have that much else right now. After that, it's really thin at the back now. They've gotten rid of a lot of their old defenders, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but they're going to have to bring some in and go young. And so I think Nuno, having that good defensive structure that he's had in Wolves, although on a back three, I think is very crucial. And maybe they do play a back three in this setup. Maybe Schlupp becomes a left wing back and they get someone to play right wing back. So I think Schlupp is perfect for that left wing back role. Personally, I think that's probably his best position on the pitch. We just haven't seen him there yet because Crystal Palace haven't been there. And then maybe we see a back three. Or actually, I guess we could see Tyreek Mitchell be that right wing back, and then maybe we see Kouyaté and the addition of a couple of center backs be that back three. That remains to be seen. But I think it's definitely interesting to see what Nuno Espirito Santos will do with this team, specifically defensively, after releasing so many defenders. In the midfield, they're still going to have that core group. It's going to be Eze and Zaha leading that attack, of course, as it has been all of this past season. And I think having him work that magic with that front two is going to be interesting. Of course, we've seen the link-up of Diego Jota and Raul Jimenez in Wolves with Santos. And so I think seeing him be able to work with similar type players in the attack, well, maybe not similar type, but similar caliber and high-quality creative players, one with a bit more finishability in Zaha, I think could be very fun. And so I think this first season is going to be rocky for Palace. They've gotten rid of so many veteran defenders. Whoever they bring in, they're going to have to take some time. It's adjusting to a new manager, which is always a struggle. You don't get signed to gel, especially if this team is going to be young, which they might be at the back, depending on who they bring in. So there's definitely going to be an adjustment period. But I think if they can make the right signings, Nuno can definitely keep this team up and hopefully bring them to a place where he brought Wolves closer to European success in the years to come. But I think this is a good place for Crystal Palace to start the restructuring of their team as they move into this very crucial summer for them to be able to try and stay up and rebuild this defense and over to their midfield to have some more Premier League success. Let me know what you guys think below of this signing and what you think the year holds ahead of us for Crystal Palace. I will be giving more thoughts on Crystal Palace throughout the summer as they make more signings, as those signings come in and as they get completed, what I think their complete season, what my complete thoughts are on them on the season once everyone has filled out their transfers. So that will be all coming in the coming months. So if that is something you guys are interested in, be sure to stay around, check that out, and let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.